Let's go ahead and take a look at some more basics of HTML. Now our doc type HTML here at the top, we're always going to use this when we're creating a HTML5 document. So don't worry about this anymore. We're just going to worry about what's included inside our HTML tags. So let's go down here and let's start changing some things around. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete, let's go ahead and just delete this H2. And I'm also going to change the text inside this H1 tag. So let's change this to header 1. And we're just going to go ahead and copy this. So highlight that line, Control or Command C to copy. And let's go ahead and paste this 6 times, or rather 5 times. Now I'm going to change these as well. So I'm going to go H2. Close the closing tag to H2, make sure these match, H3, and we're just doing this so we can go ahead and we can see what each of these look like. And our H6. Also, we obviously need to change this so we know what we're looking at. Oops, header 5, header 4, header 3, and header 2. So let's go ahead and we're going to click our live preview over here and let's take a look and see what this looks like. There we go. So we can see our header 1, header 2 all the way down, and we notice that our headers get smaller. Now let's go ahead and look at some more basic tags. When we create content within our website or within our web page, we're obviously not going to want to write everything in header text. That would not make any sense. So a majority of the time we're going to use our HTML paragraphs, and these are going to be defined within P tags. So let's go under our first header and it'll automatically indent for us, and let's use our P tag, and within these 2 tags we're going to include our paragraph text. So this would be the bulk of the information we're trying to display. So I'm just going to write, this is an example of a paragraph. And we could then go ahead and go below this and let's just do another paragraph, and I'm going to write, this is my second paragraph. All right, let's go ahead and live preview this one as well. And there we go. We have our 2 paragraphs here. They are a lot smaller text. They're not bolded. This is where the bulk of our information will go. So the header tags and the paragraph tags that we've used thus far are completely static. We can't click anything and have them take us anywhere else. And for that, we need a link. And if you think about it, HTML, meaning hypertext markup language, well, the hypertext part of HTML simply means linking to different pages or different documents around the web. So let's go ahead and exit out here and create a HTML link. And these are going to be defined with an A tag. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to hit enter here and I'm going to create an A tag. Now, we have to specify a link within our A tag. So where is this going to take us? Is this going to be a different page on our current website, or do we want us to take us to an external page on a different website? And the syntax that follows is going to be A space href equals, and then we're going to do quotations, and within the quotations we're going to put our website. So it's asking me if I want to link it to index.html. It will ask me if I have several pages within my website, but we're just going to do a external website. Let's do http:// and I'm just going to do google.com. So www.google.com, and then we need to close this with another quotation mark. And within our A tags, so the original content that goes within our A tags, we can put what we want the text to show as. So I could say, link here, or I could say Google, or I could say go to Google. And let's go ahead and live preview this and see what this looks like. And at the bottom here, we will have a blue link that says go to Google. And when we click this, it's going to take us to Google's homepage because it's taking that link that we embedded with our ahref statement. Now let's learn how we can simply add images to our web page. Now, while we're on the Google homepage, let's just use this as an example. I'm going to right-click this Google image here, or the Google logo. And what I can do is I can select Open Image in New tab. So let's do that. And essentially all that's doing is it's opening the location of that Google logo. And your screen should look something like this. Now, if we look at the link here in the top, we can go ahead and grab this location. So I want you to just copy the URL here at the top, Command C or Control C, and let's go ahead and exit out here. Let's go back into our source code, and below the link to Google, we're going to add an image tag. Now, our image tag is going to be ~img. Now, this is a little bit different than tags we've seen because it doesn't have an opening tag and a closing tag. It's what's called a self-closing tag. So our basic format for our image tag is going to be image space source, and then we'll do equals quotation, similar to our link above this. And then we're going to go ahead and just paste that URL that we copied, and we're going to close that with another quotation mark. And then instead of doing a closing tag, we're just going to close this bracket. Now, we'll see a couple different self-closing tags a little later on. And also, there's a bunch of different what we call attributes that we can include in our HTML images. Obviously, we've included what is called our source file. That's why it says src. But we can also provide alternative text, and that's going to be for people that are visually impaired so they can see, or rather, figure out what's going on. And we can also include a size and a width of the image that we want to be displayed. But for now, we're just going to keep things simple, and we'll move on to this a little bit later. So let's go ahead and preview this and see if we now have an image included in our document. And we'll notice that we do. Here is that Google image that we just implemented into our web page.